Hey, I had a couple questions from some people in class. So here's a couple ways you can use your digital sort of tools to put answers into worksheets. I still recommend printing them and make them faster just to hand write out the answers. But if you're committed to doing this, as the digital, here's a couple things. Obviously, you can type into one of these answers something like, just typing in there faster. That's a great start. But some of you may notice when you're typing into here, you'll get rid of that underline. So the best way to get without disturbing the rest of the sort of formatting is to insert a text box. So let's insert a text box and say something like, oh, that's the wave crest. Okay, I like to make that text box just as big as it needs to be, but notice I've goofed up the spacing, or if I move this around, it goofs up the spacing of the sentence. So let's take and do a wrap text here and just put that whole box in front of all other text. That way it won't disturb anything else that's there. The other two things I like to do is take the background and the outline off. So go up to the shape outline. Let's remove that. No outline and no fill. Because then when you put this either on the picture, it covers right over top and doesn't paint over other things, or you can put it right here into the answer. Now, once you've formatted one of these text boxes, you can copy it by hitting Control Copy or Shift Apple Copy on the Mac and paste it in someplace else that you want to use that same box, but just change the words. Let's go down a little bit where there's a drawing tool that we'll have to use to sort of format this, and I'm going to paste it in there. Okay, I'm going to use this text box just to put in the evidence or the information that I want to solve this problem and say, oh, I'm going to put that 40 meters as piece of evidence in here. I'm going to insert a couple of those docs by using my draw tool here under insert, and I'm going to put some shapes. A couple of the common shapes are things like squares. So I'm going to make a doc here. And to speed things up, I'm going to copy that by Control C and Control V for paste. Command Shift V if you're in the Mac. We'll put the two docs in. Now, to get the waves to show up, I'm going to put an insert, and the other thing I really like to do besides boxes and arrows, those two, is the scribble tool. So if I go in here and I make 4 waves with a crest at that first, and then 4 more peaks, or 3 more peaks between, sorry, so that on the 4th peak, and don't worry if it's a little off like mine is kind of crazy looking, but that'll work great. Now you're ready to start to solve the problem by pasting in, typing in, hey, 40 meters for 4 waves is the same as 10 meters per 1. Now you may notice that you've got a problem like this, and you may want to put a formula in there. Go ahead and feel free to grab from your notes the actual formula. I'll copy this guy from your notes, and then you can paste the beginning formula in here and start to fill in. Hopefully that's helpful and it'll get you through those worksheets a little faster.